You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Greetings from Worthen Arena. Today we bring to you a tale of polar opposite teams and polar opposite situations for that matter. It's the 1-11 Eastern Michigan Eagles taking on their Mid-American Conference foe, the 10-4 Ball State Cardinals. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by my partner, LJ Shrieve. And LJ, what a matchup we have on hand today. First off, with both of these really talented players. For Ball State, you got Allie Becky, who is the MAC Player of the Week this week. But for Eastern Michigan, we want to first talk about Cece Aleko. Aleko is 14th in the country in points per game. She is 5th in the country in rebounds per game, and she's first in the MAC in both of those categories. How can Ball State stop her?
It's going to be really interesting, Rowan, to see how Ball State guards her. Will they double her right away? How will they, and who's going to double? If they bring a double, is it going to be someone from the far opposite corner? It's going to be very interesting to see how Ball State defends Eastern Michigan, or if they're kind of just like, all right, we're going to let her go one-on-one, and we're going to see what we can do. Can any of the others beat us? It will be interesting to see how Ball State defends and plays Eastern Michigan tonight.
Well, you know that a lot of things that are talked about in today's college basketball landscape, one of them is the transfer portal, and that's really the big storyline today. Former Eastern Michigan Eagle Lachelle Austin, now a Ball State Cardinal. Do you think there are any emotions that tie into this game for her?
There's definitely emotions tying in tonight. Even though this one is not her return to Eastern Michigan, it's her first time playing them since being in the Cardinal in white. It should be really interesting to see how she plays. I know she plays with a lot of emotion. She relies on that and feeds off that. I guarantee you she comes out and plays with a lot of it tonight and plays one of her best games in the Cardinal in white.
As the Cardinals have just entered out of the tunnel, and we head to our next point. We mentioned Allie Becky earlier, MAC Player of the Week. She has been on a different level for Ball State this year. LJ, as you being a practice player, what's the key to her success?
Allie Becky is a leader on and off the court. She is very good, very confident in her team. She trusts her team with the ball, which allows her to create for herself as well. She is a blast to watch. Obviously, she fills up the stat sheet. Her success is all over the Cardinals team, and it's very obvious as you see her winning that award. She deserved it. Like I said, on the court, she's a leader. Off the court, she's a leader, and that's why this team's also been so successful, because of her unselfishness.
The question that everybody listening has, have you and Allie gone one-on-one? And if so, who won?
We have not technically gone one-on-one. I do guard her a fair amount, and she's a tough guard. I'm not going to lie to you. She's a very tough guard. She's a lot of fun to guard. She challenges all of us each and every day. So, yeah, have not played one-on-one yet. Maybe once the season's over, we can get a one-on-one going. And I mean, I love Allie Becky. She's a hooper, but I got to be confident in myself, and I'm going to take myself in that one.
All right. I don't know if I believe that necessarily, but we'll leave it at that. And going into a big game for both of these teams. For Ball State, last year they started conference play 10-0. Right now they're 2-0 in conference play, looking to continue that great streak. Eastern Michigan, you're 1-11, 0-2 in conference play. Every game at this point, especially if you want to creep into the MAC tournament, every game at this point is a must-win game. What is a key to the game for each team?
Eastern Michigan, you have nothing to lose, so you might come in. You're coming in here. ESPN has them as a 1% chance to come in here and win. Like I said, nothing to lose. Come out with extreme confidence. If you can shoot the ball well and also obviously get it down low and get it to your player who is unstoppable, you have a shot. And you got to play with confidence, and that's where they're going to have to start if they want to compete tonight. For the Cardinals, they just have to play their game. Obviously, they have two players out, Madeline Bischoff, who's been out and who will continue to be out, and then Zuri Ransom, freshman guard, will be out tonight as well. I don't think that's going to affect them too much. I think they're going to be able to pick up where they left off and continue to compete and play well, especially here in Worthen Arena. They got to just continue what they've been doing for them to win tonight.
And that'll take us to our first commercial break of the broadcast. But don't fret, we'll be right back for the opening tip. You are watching SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU Sports Link.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's. So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pride Mark Construction.
You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
We are back from Worthen Arena. The Ball State Cardinals playing host to their MAC foe, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Ball State 10-4, Eastern Michigan 1-11. Eastern Michigan, they will be coached by Sahar Nusebe. Her first year as head coach at Eastern Michigan, spent the last 3 years at Canisius, brought 3 players with her. The starting 5 for Eastern Michigan: Olivia Westfall, redshirt junior; Mackenzie Amalia running the point, the graduate student. Then it'll be the junior transfer from Canisius in Brooklyn Thrash. Elena Cabello makes another start, the redshirt sophomore from Spain. And then finally, a former MAC player of the week, a junior transfer from Canisius, Cici Aleko. Now for the Ball State Cardinals, on the other hand, coached by Brady Salih, it'll be the former EMU Eagle herself, Lachelle Austin, out there with Allie Becky. Alex Richard, in her 3rd game back from injury, will be at the center spot, out there with Marie Kiefer. And Elise Stuck, the Michigan transfer, will round out the 5. We're about to tip it off, Marie Kiefer and Aleko. And we are underway here at Worthen Arena. Eastern Michigan wins the tip. They move right to left. Amalia with a handoff to Westfall at the top of the key. She's now on the left wing with it, guarded by Austin. Westfall controlled at the top of the key. Again, a handoff to Amalia. A screen comes from Aleko, right side. Back cut underneath the basket, and that is good for Elena Cabello, an early 2-0 Eastern Michigan lead.
A nice bucket down low, a nice backdoor cut as well. Eastern Michigan, that's a great start right there.
That is one they certainly needed in their last game against Bowling Green. They at one point trailed 10-0 to open the game. Austin looking for a tray on the left wing, unable to get it, but Richard collects. Underneath the basket, double team, no foul, as Aleko kind of stripped her there, or tried to. Kiefer gets a screen for Becker on the left wing. Step back 3. She pulls the trigger, and it's short. And Cabello comes up with the rebound. She does come up short. She is fouled in the process. 1 minute gone here in this first period. 2-0 Eagles.
The second chance opportunities for the Cardinals right there. A huge rebound from Richard. Ultimately does not result in a bucket, but love the effort from both of these teams diving on the floor. We're not even a minute into this one.
And Ball State going with the full court press. What do you think went into that decision?
Doesn't necessarily surprise me. Sally loves to keep the pressure on any team that they play, and so I expect to see this throughout this one.
Thrash under the basket, rejected by Kiefer. No surprise there. Marie Kiefer, 1.5 blocks per game, and she just added another to the tally. Eastern Michigan will retain possession on their end of the court.
The all-time leader in blocks for the Cardinals, Marie Kiefer, a nice one down low and great recovery.
Especially when you're down 2-0, and Becky with the takeaway on the inbound goes full court pass to Stuck, one-on-one under the basket, gets hacked hard by Elena Cabello. Looks like it'll be 2 free throws for the Michigan transfer. Elise Stuck in the starting lineup. Kind of a big lineup for Ball State with Kiefer, Richard, and Stuck out there, but Stuck has definitely proven her place on this Ball State team.
A beautiful steal, but then the pass was just the cherry on top. Allie Becky, 3/4 of the court, I would say that ball was launched and went up to get it. Elise Stuck, I mean, the Cardinals football team might want to be watching some film right there on that. That was a beautiful ball and went up to get it. Did not let the ball come to her. She went to it and grabbed it with both hands. That's a nice catch and is rewarded with 2 at the stripe.
Yep, goes 2 for 2. Kyle Kelly, you might have some competition. Mackenzie Amalia, the graduate student, takes up for EMU. They move right to left. She spent her first 3 seasons at Robert Morris. She was with Canisius last year. Top of the frame 3 ball from Westfall is off the back iron. It's tipped out of bounds, and it'll go in Ball State's direction. Look like it's out on Cabello. So now Ball State, we're tied at 2-2. 8:35 left in the first period. Austin takes up for the Cardinals. Led EMU last year in points per game, and now she's looking for a big performance against her former team. Lob up inside for Kiefer. Easy bucket off the glass to give the Cardinals a 4-2 lead.
Wonderful pass and was so patient. A phenomenal job by LA right there, and Kiefer just puts it up, an easy bucket down low to give the Cardinals their first lead of the night.
Ball State yet again creating the pressure and already getting a turnover, which we saw in their last game against Central Michigan. 31 turnovers. Now Aleko hands off top of the key to Amalia, her point guard. Thrash thought about a right wing three. She instead moves inside the perimeter, takes the shot, but it's off the front of the rim. Kiefer able to inhale the miss, and Becky goes the other way with it. Ball State a 4-2 lead. Kiefer has on the left wing. They now go straight away to Lachelle Austin. Step back three, thought about it, but instead goes back out to Stuck inside Kiefer. Another 2 points, 6-2 Cardinals, 7:30 left in the first period.
Another beautiful pass and great ball movement around the perimeter. The Cardinals are doing everything right on the offensive side.
Right now, Marie Kiefer up to 4 points for the Cardinals. Elise Stuck with the other 2. And right now, Ball State with a 6-2 lead after they trailed 2-0 to open the game after the bucket from Elena Cabello. Speaking of, she has on the right wing, tries to back cut yet again, guarded closely by Becky, and Elise Stuck able to create the turnover on the pass back outside. Fast break, Richard on the left side, low block underneath. 8-2 Cardinals now.
Pressure applied once again on the inbound, but I don't know if that ball touched the ground after it was stolen. Phenomenal ball movement continues to be the name of the game for the Cardinals.
And if you're head coach Brady Sali, that is what you love to see. Cece Aleko, the Canisius transfer from Canada, spins inside, goes to the near corner, a three-pointer from Cabello down the bottom of the hatch. Eastern Michigan now makes it a one-possession game, 8-5.
That was a phenomenal pass right there. She saw the double team before it even came and found the wide open in the corner.
And we see that quite often with this Eastern Michigan team as Lachelle Austin's fadeaway shot is off the mark. Richard underneath the basket, underhand to tack on another 2 points. A 5-10 Ball State lead with under 6 minutes to play in the first period. Still no substitutions, but a couple of players at the scorers table for both teams. Grace Kingery for Ball State is one of them, the freshman standout. Cardinals without another freshman standout in Zuri Ransom. And a 5-second violation down low in the paint. It's going Ball State's direction. And Olivia Smith for Eastern Michigan. She will check in for Olivia Westfall. Olivia for Olivia. And then Grace Kingery checks in for Lachelle Austin.
Grace Kingery coming in. She has been phenomenal since she started after the Ohio State game. She has been shooting 54% from the three-point arc. That is incredible, especially coming from a freshman. She is playing with all the confidence in the world and is a key reason why the Cardinals are winning at such a high rate.
Allie Becky moves inside, has to go back out to Elise Stuck on the left wing. Straight away, Kiefer. Now Kingery works on the right wing. Inside, Marie Kiefer pump fakes. Richard on the high block. They have to move back outside to Allie Becky. Shot clock down to 3. Step back shot in the perimeter. Able to drill it. Allie Becky with her first 2 points of the ball game. 12-5 Cardinals, 5 minutes and some change left in the first period.
That's so depleting for a defense after holding them to having to shoot right before the buzzer, and then Becky just knocks it down. So tough and so nice.
Cabello looks for another three-pointer, and she's got it on the left wing. Elena Cabello with all 8 of Eastern Michigan's points so far, and a foul call. It looks like it'll be on Amalia trying to reach in on Allie Becky. And that takes us into a media timeout with 4 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first period. The Ball State Cardinals lead 12-8 over their MAC foes, Eastern Michigan. We'll be right back, folks. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
We are back from Warden Arena. 4 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first period. The Ball State Cardinals with a 12-8 lead over Eastern Michigan. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by my partner LJ Shrieve. And this is a game for Eastern Michigan that, let's be completely honest, not many people had them going far in this contest, but so far they've kept Ball State within striking distance, and it's due in large part to Elena Cabello. 8 points. All 8 of Eastern Michigan's points have gone to her, which is kind of shocking considering the fact that they only have one scorer above 10 points per game, and that is Cici Aleko. What's the key to stopping Cabello today?
You know, we talked about in the pregame show her threat of scoring, but so far we've seen her distribute the ball very, very well, and so it's going to be very difficult if they can continue to hit those open shots for the Cardinals to stop them, because when she gets open, they have someone immediately come over and help, and there are 2 bodies on her right when she catches that ball and looks to turn and score. She has done a great job at keeping her eyes up and finding open teammates, and that's why they're in this game right now, because the Cardinals are so focused on her that her teammates are stepping up and shooting with confidence. And that's what I said. If they want to compete, they need to come in here with nothing to lose and shoot with confidence. That is what they have done, and that's the reason why they are in this game right now. Only trailing by 4, no reason to be complaining.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that statement. The fact that Eastern Michigan, having a dominant player like Aleko, Ball State, that was probably their main focus during practice this week, was eliminating her as a threat, and it comes down to her teammates who needed to step up in this big game, and so far it has been Alana Cabello to do so for Eastern Michigan. But for Ball State, on the other hand, you got Alex Richard and Marie Kiefer, who have been pretty solid down low. 4 points for each of them. It's really been the guards, and Becky and Austin, feeding them down low.
Yeah, they've done a great job at moving the ball and looking elsewhere other than their traditional passing and moving it around. They've done a great job at staying patient and finding the open teammate. That's winning basketball and winning culture right there.
Cardinals get possession. They move left to right to open up the second half of the first quarter. Marie Kiefer on the high block, goes out to Becky. Her three-pointer is money. Allie Becky with the tray. She has 5 points now. Ball State a 15-8 lead. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter.
Eastern Michigan was completely lost with all the screens that the Cardinals just set on that offensive possession, and that's what it's going to result in, a Becky bucket, and that was smooth.
A Becky bucket. I'm sure there will be plenty of more of those. They go across court to Cabello. Brooklyn Thrash was in the near corner, was in a bit of trouble, drew a double team. Cabello on the inside drive as she carves to the rim and draws a foul. She kind of drew a double team. Ball State using that help defense yet again, and it'll result in 2 free throws for Alana Cabello.
It may have looked, if you were a fan here watching, it looked like at the end of that possession that the Cardinals were in a bit of a zone, just because they were passing it along the left side of the perimeter, and they were just helping left and right. And so going back and forth like that, they were able to move it quick enough and get an open path to the bucket. Smart basketball, and now getting a trip to the line. These are the ones that you need to hit if you want to compete.
And she did just that. Cabello now has all 9 of Eastern Michigan's points after the first free throw. Second one is off the mark. She is a 74% free throw shooter. And Allie Becky takes up the court for Ball State as they have a 6-point lead. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Top of the frame, top of the key, Elise Stuck. Guarded closely by Cabello. She hands off to Becky, swings out to MJ Johnson, who just checked into the contest. Stuck on the low block, in trouble, has to go outside to the freshman Kingery, who drills a left wing 3. 18-9, Ball State leads, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
That's what she's out there to do, knocks it down. So impressive from the young freshman.
Eastern Michigan moved quickly and no points result in Aleko underneath the basket, misses. Allie Becky the other way, carves to the basket, gets one defender to miss, but she has to move back out to MJ Johnson, who leads the team in field goal percentage at 56%. We'll see if she gets involved in the shooting end of things. Becky underneath the basket on a back cut, up, under, and good. 20-9, Ball State leads now, 3 minutes and a bit of change left. She's got 7 points and another takeaway. That's her second steal on the inbound. Pretty much identical plays. Thought about a step back three on the left wing, but instead moves out to Marie Kiefer, who's up to 4 points on the contest. Actually had Ball State's first 4 points today. MJ Johnson on the right low block, fadeaway jumper off the left side of the rim. Kiefer collects, back up, misses. Ball is up, and Aleko for Eastern Michigan is able to collect it. So Eastern Michigan takes it the other way as they trail by 11.
That is tough defense right there. The Cardinals just out-rebounding them, unable to get a stop. They are working hard on defense. That's going to make it very hard for them to score on offense.
CC Aleko's left wing three is off the mark. Becky, step back, top of the key. It's off the mark, off the back iron. And a fight between Aleko and Johnson for the ball. Ends up going in Ball State's favor, out of bounds on the baseline. A big substitution for the Cardinals. Allie Becky and Elise Stuck leave. In comes Lachelle Austin and Sydney Bolden. Austin will inbound on the left side of the basket. 2:08 left in the first period. Ball State leads 20-9 over Eastern Michigan. Austin on the inbound, inside to Kiefer. Her jumper is good, 22-9.
That's smart basketball right there. And once again, Eastern Michigan getting stuck on these screens. That's going to be something that they have to adjust to because the Cardinals love to set them.
And the catch and shoot from Marie Kiefer, very versatile in her game. Cross court, Westfall's right wing three-pointer. Off back iron, tipped up in the air. It'll go in favor of the Cardinals, out of bounds in the baseline. Last touch by Elena Cabello, who has all 9 of Eastern Michigan's points, even with under 2 minutes left in the first period.
If you were to tell me at the start of the game that only one player were to have all 9 points, that is not who I would have picked.
Yeah, we were all thinking CC Aleko. Eastern Michigan went with a soft press, but Ball State now moves. Lachelle Austin gets her first 2 points on the layup, the lay-in against her former team. Eastern Michigan 24-9, under 90 seconds to go in the first period. Underneath the basket, wide open, Brooklyn Thrash, rejected by MJ Johnson. Cardinals take it the other way, but still a struggle for the ball. Lachelle Austin loses it. Westfall falls as she takes the shot underneath the basket, and she is fouled.
That looked like a circus shot. She got it and was on her way down and just kind of hooked it up there. I don't really know how to describe that. It was a one-hand, underhand type shot. She was falling to the ground. I don't know how she got it up and didn't land on her face. So props to her. That's an impressive way to draw a foul right there. And she knocks down the first. I don't know if I would knock down the first after falling on my face.
I don't think I would either, and that's one of those shots you kind of practice in the backyard. She goes 2 for 2, Westfall, in her second season with the Eagles after transferring in from Duquesne. Now 24-11, 1 minute and some change to go in the first quarter. Austin takes up for Ball State. They move left to right. Top of the key, MJ Johnson thought about a three. She instead carves her way to the cup, and a foul called. The basket goes in on the lay-in, but it likely won't count. The question is, will it be an offensive foul or not? I didn't see anybody's feet set, and they're going to count the basket. And there'll be another free throw for MJ Johnson. Ball State now leads 26-11.
That's an impressive take right there from Johnson, as she is someone who was a very high recruit coming out of high school, 4-star, committed to Texas A&M, had a solid career there. In her last year of playing collegiate basketball, comes to Muncie, Indiana, and has had her moments and shined in certain areas of the game, but hasn't necessarily put it all together. That was a phenomenal read. No one was open down low, so she just took it herself. A nice finish and converts the free throw. A huge confidence booster.
Yep, the redshirt senior, what resilience she has. She had that season-ending injury in her junior year, which is why she redshirted, and the fact that she's playing such a pivotal role on this Ball State team, it's quite impressive. Brooklyn Thrash for the Eagles was in trouble at the top of the key. Lachelle Austin was creating that tight defense. Cabello on the right wing has to move inside. Cross-court Westfall at the buzzer. Her shot rims out and underneath the basket, up and in. And that is the first points of the day for CC Aleko. 13-27 now. Under 30 seconds to go, Ball State leads in the first quarter.
A nice bucket down low. That's something that they need. Under 10 seconds, the Cardinals are going to hold for the last shot.
You know it. Shot clock is off. Grace Kingery, with 5 seconds left, pulls the string, and it's collected by Westfall off the miss. Her full court heave is well short, and that'll take us into the second quarter. The Ball State Cardinals lead 27-13 over Eastern Michigan. We'll be right back. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
We are back from Worthen Arena. The Ball State Cardinals lead 27-13 over Eastern Michigan going into the second quarter play. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by my partner LJ Shrieve. And let's take a quick look at the first half stats. Ball State, the 27-13 lead. And the main story has been Ball State out-rebounding Eastern Michigan 11-5. As a matter of fact, the Cardinals have 4 offensive boards. If the Cardinals didn't have such a big lineup today with Stuck, Kiefer, and Richard, what does this game look like?
You know, Rowan, it would be interesting to see what that looks like. I don't necessarily think it changes too dramatically, but I do think, obviously, it could be a different game. But I think you could play that, the what-ifs with a lot of different things. I think it's been very impressive to see the stepping up from Eastern Michigan, especially early in that first quarter. But to end it, they just really struggled. The second half of that first quarter, they were really struggling to put it in the basket. And I think that's because they were working hard on defense and taking Ball State late into the shot clock, but then just giving up easy points.
And the thing that's really surprised me, LJ, is that CC Aleko, she's really been taken out of this contest, a player that has been, statistically, if we're speaking, one of the best players in the country. Right now, 2 points, 2 rebounds. She has been spreading the love a little bit down low, but just how have the Cardinals been able to take her away from this game? And Eastern Michigan still able to kind of hang in here.
Yeah, they've done a great job of taking her scoring away. She's done a great job at distributing the ball, of course, but they've done a good job at taking her away by bringing someone over right when she catches the ball. There is help defense everywhere, inside the paint and even inside the perimeter, really everywhere. The Cardinals are doing their job at taking away anytime she gets an opportunity to touch the ball.
And she has plenty of opportunities to do so. She is the first Eagle to average over 20 points per game since Tavalyn James in 2009. I know a lot of you know that name. Top of the key, Alex Richard controls for Ball State to open up the second quarter. They're moving left to right. Sydney Bolden Euro steps, middle of the lane, off glass. Richard collects and draws a foul on the putback attempt. So Alex Richard will shoot 2 free throws. She's already up to 4 points today. And Richard, a 55% free throw shooter. It's her 3rd game back from injury. She missed 6 games. This is huge for Alex Richard to kind of get some momentum back.
Yeah, she's been building that momentum as she's been coming back. Even though she was injured, she was at almost all of the practices. She was always there. She was making her voice heard. It still felt like her presence was being brought and her energy was being brought every single day. She brings energy every single day, and she's a big reason why the Cardinals are good. So slowly building her back and getting her confidence back is a huge thing that needs to be a focus point for the Cardinals.
She went 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Ball State leads 29-13 to open up the second quarter. Eastern Michigan gets their first possession of this quarter. Noah Lako out there. She's replaced by Jada Williams, the transfer from St. Peter's. Amalia, the point guard, looking for her first points straight away. Shot clock down to 3. Becky with the takeaway, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay right here. Went out of bounds on the near side. Eastern Michigan retains possession with only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. A change made. Brooklyn Thrash changed out for Alana Cabello.
Curious to see where they go with this one so late into the shot clock.
Inside Jada Williams, and a little bit too much on that pass. But Elise Stuck got control on the baseline, but drops it out of bounds. So now 2 seconds on the shot clock, and Eastern Michigan takes out from the baseline. And here comes Cece Aleko to check into this contest for Jada Williams. She gets that 2 seconds to hand off to Amalia in the near corner 3 off the front of the rim. Collected by Stuck. Cardinals take it the other way. They move quickly. Michelle Austin lobs up inside for Alex Richard. On Aleko, tries to body her up and draws a foul. So Alex Richard, another 2 attempts at the charity stripe.
Those two got tangled up off the inbound right here as the shot clock was dwindling down. Alex Richard calling for that ball as she's running down the court. I figured that one was going up no matter what, and it did, and definitely fouled, earned her trip to the line.
And that one rims out. She did go 2 for 2 in her last trip just under 30 seconds ago on the play clock. Richard now looks to potentially go 1 for 2, and she does just that. Ball State holds a 30-13 lead over Eastern Michigan. 1 minute gone in the second quarter. Cardinals bring a soft press as the Eagles move right to left. It's Olivia Smith, who has come off the bench primarily her entire career, but still gets a lot of minutes for Eastern Michigan, even going back to her freshman year. Amalia banks it in, straight away 3. Her first points of the contest, 30-16. Ball State still out in front. Lachelle Austin moves quickly inside. Elise Stuck off her back foot and 1. Elise Stuck gets another opportunity at some free throws. 32-16. Stuck up to 4 points.
That was a nice touch pass there from LA, as it looked like she kind of lost the ball and then just volleyball tipped it right over, and a nice set pass, I guess you could say, down low to Stuck, and she catches and throws it up and finishes, and 1 opportunity here at the line.
Elise Stuck able to complete the 3-point play. No surprise, considering she has been, for a player of her size, she is quite efficient from the free throw line, 65%. You usually see bigger players kind of struggle at the charity stripe, but not Stuck. And Eastern Michigan takes it the other way in a big hole, down 33-16. Still only the second quarter. Amalia back cut, swings out Olivia Smith, right wing 3-pointer off the right side of the rim. Stuck hustles for it on the baseline, but goes out of bounds before she can save it. Eastern Michigan retains possession with 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Once again, the Cardinals, even though they are up 33-16, hustling and sprinting out of bounds to get loose balls. Love to see the effort that they are playing with.
Grace Kingery checks in for Sydney Bolden. Marie Kiefer also comes in for Elise Stuck. Amalia inbounds on the left side of the basket for Eastern Michigan. She controls and resets straight away. She draws a double team, but the Cardinals back off. High block. Aleko goes too long, and Jada Williams collects it off the offensive rebound. Westfall back cut with the right hand, banks it in. Eastern Michigan gets another 2 points, but still down by 15, 33-18.
That was good patient basketball right there and resulted in 2. That's a good momentum move there for Eastern Michigan.
And a foul call, it'll be on Eastern Michigan. Allie Becky had the step back opportunity. The foul was called on the perimeter on the shot on Becky, so Ball State keeps the possession, but it was before the shot. So Grace Kingery inbounds on the far side to Allie Becky, who has 7 points on the day, in single digits for now, but every time she is in single digits for an entire game, which has only been twice. The Cardinals have lost. Michelle Austin drives in on the far side, but gets it stripped away by Olivia Smith. She moves quickly on the 2-on-1 fast break. Amalia, corner three-pointer, goes too long. Austin collects. Ball State and Eastern Michigan both playing fast basketball. Inside, Alex Richards, spin move up, over and in. 35-18, Cardinals lead, 7 minutes left in the second period.
Richard up to 9, and that's a nice finish right there. She has looked very smooth down low.
So far has been a big day for Alex Richard in her third game back from injury, just trying to find her groove, and she has done just that in the first period. Cabello almost loses it, but has to go outside to Olivia Smith, who was able to thread the needle on the long three to make it 35-21. Eastern Michigan still trailing by 14, though.
Yeah, that was nice movement and resulted in a beautiful shot. Once again, they have not necessarily shot the ball bad from three. It's not necessarily been great, but it's been pretty good. It's just the defensive side that they have struggled with.
Kiefer one-on-one under the basket, wins the battle over Cabello for another 2 points. She's up to 8. Cardinals a 37-21 advantage over the Eagles. 6 minutes and some change left in this first half. Olivia Smith for Eastern Michigan swings out far side. Westfall able to drill it for yet another three-pointer. Olivia Westfall up to 7 points. She is the team leader in three-point percentage at 38%. And you know she'll be the common target of those, considering that three-point percentage and how reliable she's been there. Shot clock down to 5. Richard one-on-one with Williams off the left side of the rim. Williams inhales the miss, and Olivia Smith takes it the other way. Eastern Michigan able to muster up some points, mainly with their second unit out there. Mackenzie Amalia with her left hand goes full steam ahead to the rim and creates the and one off the glass. And Eastern Michigan an opportunity for another three-point play, and they can make this a 10-point ball game here with 5:20 left in the second quarter. And the fact that Bolden is averaging a steal a game with her limited minutes, that just shows you the defensive presence she brings. Michelle Austin works on the left wing. Kiefer thought about a top of the key three, but she instead goes back out to Allie Becky. Middle of the lane, up under and off the glass and good. Cardinals get it back up to 12, under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Allie Becky now 9 points. Her roommate. I wonder what those film sessions are like on the computer in the living room. Westfall's three-pointer thought about another, but it goes too long. Ball State goes the other way. Inside, Richard underneath the basket, goes off glass and connects. 11 points for Alex Richard. Ball State on a bit of a run now after Eastern Michigan cut it down to 10. Ball State leads by 14. A struggle on the far side. Kiefer poked it out of bounds at midcourt. And Eastern Michigan calls a timeout. They trail 41-27 with 4:14 left in the first half. Right now, Ball State, after Eastern Michigan put up a little bit of fight, they have fought back. They've punched back even harder. What do you attribute that to?
Right now, and that's the reason why they just extended their lead. Impressive ball from Marie Kiefer. She is doing all the little things that you need a senior to do.
Yeah, and the thing is with Marie Kiefer, she's been making those plays that you just don't see on the stat sheet. And that's been huge for Ball State and a key reason to why they have this 14-point lead. So right now for Ball State, you look at the rebounding battle. It's still been prevalent. It was very much so in the first quarter. Cardinals out-rebounding Eastern Michigan 15-8. And Marie Kiefer has 5 of those rebounds for Ball State. Alex Richard with the other 3. So at this point for the Cardinals, how do they continue their dominance down low, especially when in the second quarter we really haven't seen much of CCLA even in the game?
What's that, Rowan? Sorry.
Oh, it's like, how do they continue to win the rebound battle?
It'll be well, Rowan, sorry about that. There are some technical difficulties, but I think I got you. It'll be interesting to see how they continue to win the rebound battle. I think what they pride themselves in just being able to outwork other teams, whether that's on a press break, but in this case, the rebounding. Everyone's going to be boxing out really, really hard, and from the guards to the centers. And so I think that's what allows them to be successful on the boards at that rate. They've rarely been out-rebounded this season, and that's an emphasis that is focused in practice. They do a lot of rebounding drills, and so I think they'll continue to win the rebounding battle because of the work that they put in throughout the week.
And right now, with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left, Eastern Michigan, they find themselves in a hole. How do they find a way to bounce back?
You know, you got to just continue to knock down those shots. That's how they got back into this game, is they just continue to knock down three-pointers. And then also, once Ball State overcommitted on the three-pointer, they took it right to the rack and finished through contact. So if they want to come back, they're going to have to do that. Also, they need to work it down low and get her going. It has been way too slow of a start for her. If they want a chance to come back, they need to find a way to get it to her.
And after the stoppage in play, Eastern Michigan continues with possession. They trail by 14. Amalia had the switch on Richard. Now CCLA has on the right wing. She sets up with a screen for her point guard, Mackenzie Amalia, guarded closely by Becky. Shot clock down to 5, pulls the string and delivers on a left wing 3. She has yet another three-pointer. That is actually her 3rd of the day. Cardinals lead 41-30.
Well, that's exactly what I said. That's what they're going to need to do, and that was a tough one, right in Allie Becky's face. Get a taste of her own medicine right there.
Michelle Austin carves in with the right hand underneath, off the mark. Richard to collect it, and one. Alex Richard looks for another three-point play to add to her resume on the day. Ball State with a 13-point lead in this second quarter, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
That's a tough finish right there that LA attempted. There are 2 bodies all around her, but with those 2 bodies, Richard just able to get the rebound like we talked about. They just know where the ball is going to be. They work on rebounding, they go get it, and that's what they did right there. Got the offensive rebound, and O-boards are so important in the game of basketball.
Alex Richard missed the free throw at the front of the rim, and a foul occurred on the floor on the rebound. Goes back into Eastern Michigan's possession. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remain. The Eagles trail by 13. Ball State brought the soft press yet again as they move right to left. Eastern Michigan in their black uniforms with white lettering. Ball State, their white uniforms with gray lettering. Westfall pulls the trigger on a 3 on the left side, and it goes long. Long rebound attempt by Cabello, tries to save it out of bounds on the near side, but to no avail. Cardinals get possession as they lead by 13.
More diving on the floor. I'm just looking at I'm curious and focusing on the interactions between LA and her former teammates, and there haven't really been anything, so I've just been keeping my eye on that to see when that first one's going to occur, and there has not been either friendly nor non-friendly, so just keeping it all business so far. But though it was LA and then 2 Eastern Michigan Eagles diving on the floor, so I was curious if any words were going to be exchanged. There was nothing, just getting back and playing defense and getting ready for the inbound.
A foul on the floor on Olivia Westfall of Eastern Michigan. That puts Ball State in the bonus, which leads to Elise Stuck going to the free throw line. Yet again, she's 3 for 3 on the day from the charity stripe with 3 minutes and some change left, and she gets the first one to fall. And for Elise Stuck and a lot of other transfers on this team, she comes from Michigan, she comes from a big name school, and she's been able to make her mark on this team as she misses the second free throw. From your perspective as a practice player, how have you seen that, and how has that developed?
Well, Elise comes in with a lot of energy every single day. She connects well with the coaching staff and is ready to work. She stays after practice to get more and extra shots up. She's dedicated to just making this team better in whatever way she can, and she was really locked in preseason and learning how Coach Sally coaches. And obviously now that it's in the season, she's done a great job. She was out for a little bit with a small injury, came back strong, and she brings it every single day.
And you know how big of an addition she can be to this team. Mackenzie Amalia tried to work inside on Allie Becky, but to no avail. Goes across court to Cabello. Wide open path to the basket. Underhand misses. Fight for the ball underneath the basket. They're going to call the foul on Marie Kiefer on the floor. Head coach Brady Sally not happy about the call.
Yeah, it looked like those two just were tangled up for the ball, and Coach Sally does not like that call because Allie Becky was called for a reach-in foul where they thought it should have been a jump ball right there. That one gets called and does not go Ball State's way either. Very frustrated.
Richard and Aleko get tangled up underneath the basket, and it'll go against Alex Richard. And right now for Eastern Michigan, we see it's, and for Ball State for that matter, we see it's getting a little more physical, a little more chippy as we get near the halfway mark. Do you expect that to continue as we head into the second half?
I definitely expect it to continue for the rest of this half. We'll see if it translates into the next. I'd be a little surprised, especially if Ball State continues to chip away.
Because you know Eastern Michigan, they can play that physical brand of basketball with CC Aleko down low. They look to go inside, but Lachelle Austin intercepts it. She goes the other way behind the back. Inside, Richard driving lane off of 1 foot, misses. And on the left side is Marie Kiefer to get it right back for the Cardinals. Back out to Richard off glass and good again off of 1 leg. And the Cardinals now lead by 16 with 2 minutes left in the first half.
Impressive work with the two bigs down low. Off the miss, the rebound, and then gets it right back to Richard. They are playing phenomenal tonight.
Alana Cabello just inside the perimeter on the right side. She hands off to Amalia. Allie Becky guards Cabello on the mismatch. Olivia Smith, a deep 3 on the left side, drills it. And now a 13-point Eastern Michigan deficit. Just about 90 seconds left to go in this first half. Allie Becky, who has 9 points on the day, takes it up for the Cardinals. They move left to right. Underneath the basket, wide open Marie Kiefer off the glass and good to make it a 15-point game. She's now in double figures along with Alex Richard.
The two bigs have been the two best bigs in this game, and that's not something that we necessarily expected to see. It wasn't going to be a surprise, but it's not something we expected. They have been playing very, very well.
Aleko still only at 2 points, but she pulls up from beyond the free throw line, and it rims out. So Ball State goes the other way. Lachelle Austin, wide open three-pointer, goes too long, out of bounds on the baseline. It's going to the Eagles. Clock still ticking. Now it stops at 44 seconds.
LA seems to be a bit too focused here on the first game back. It's hard to get that out of your head against an old team, and so seems to be a bit hung up, not playing the typical game that she does right now, only with 2 points. And she's played smart still and hustled and gotten steals, doing things that LA typically does, but the scoring side has not fallen for her. But it doesn't necessarily matter because the bigs have picked up where the guards have not. And so it's not the night that she's probably wanted, but still got to continue to feed off that energy. And you still have a whole second half to play, plus 45 seconds.
45.5 seconds left indeed. Ball State right now, they bring the full court press on Eastern Michigan, looking to bring in some positive momentum into the second half, and that they sure do have. Mackenzie Amalia at midcourt is met by Allie Becky. 30 seconds left. Eastern Michigan, the shot clock still on. It's at about 12 seconds now. They reset with a play. draws the double team. Cabello to the left side. Amalia goes for another three-pointer. Rims out underneath the basket is Aleko. Goes up and over, draws the foul.
Richard hit the deck, and so that was a free rebound for Aleko, and she goes up, stuck, tried to get over in time, was just a bit too late, got a little too much on the hand, and so now she's going to get an opportunity at the free throw line.
CC Aleko on the season, a 74% free throw shooter. And what she's done in her career at Canisius going into her first season at Eastern Michigan is outstanding. Last year, she was a unanimous first team MAAC selection, and she set the program record for rebounds. She was actually the first Griff since Janelle Stevens in 2003 to average a double-double and lead the team in both categories. Second free throw rims out, 48-34 our score under 20 seconds to play. Allie Becky takes it the other way for Ball State, looking to take some positive momentum into half number 2. Cardinals playing for the final shot. Kingery has it, loses control. Amalia from half court. A heave is well short. And that'll take us into the second half of play. Ball State a 48-34 lead over Eastern Michigan, a 14-point game. LJ, what has been your biggest takeaway from half number 1?
The dominance from the Ball State bigs. Kiefer and Richards have been phenomenal. 15 points for Richards, 10 for Kiefer, and they have been doing it on the offense and defensive boards. They've done a phenomenal job all around, and they are the reason why this game has been so dominant for the Cardinals.
We're going to take it to a quick halftime break, but we'll be right back for a halftime report. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is Sports Link Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
We are back from Warden Arena for our halftime report. The Ball State Cardinals lead 48-34 over Eastern Michigan with about 10 minutes until this halftime break is open. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by my partner, LJ Shrieve. And LJ, at this point, Ball State a 14-point lead. And a lot of that you can attribute to the play of the two bigs, Marie Kiefer and Alex Richard, both in double figures. The only two Cardinals in double figures today. Kiefer with 10 points, Richard with 15, and a combined 13 rebounds to their name. As a whole, Ball State is out-rebounding 21-12 over Eastern Michigan. But the main storyline for Eastern Michigan has been Cece Aleko, one of the best players in the entire MAC, completely shut down. 3 points, 1 of 5 shooting, I should say, and only 3 rebounds. And for someone averaging 11.5 rebounds, that's very shocking. LJ, you mentioned how they were able to shut down CC by bringing in the trap defense. How can Eastern Michigan bring her back into this game?
I think it's going to be very difficult because the way that Ball State plays her. They don't allow her to even touch it in the paint, unless the only time I've seen her touch it in the paint when she didn't get rid of it was off that rebound where Richard fell down. And so I don't know how they're going to get her involved, because even on the screening, the off-ball defense for the Cardinals is right away over there and helping. So the other players have really stepped up. I'm very surprised to see the efficiency that they have shot at, especially from three-point. They have hit a ton of threes, and then they've also been very smart when Ball State's closing out a little too quick. They just go right by them on a shot fake. So I think Eastern Michigan is doing a great job at staying in this game when you don't have, when you don't have your players playing up to their standard. We saw Cabela, she had the first 9 for Eastern Michigan, and since then has not scored. And so she hasn't necessarily continued that hot streak, but the team has played pretty well, at least to the expectations, without Aleko, scoring. I think she still had a major impact, and I think she's the reason why the other players are getting the shots they're getting. But I don't know how they're going to get her involved offensively in the scoring.
Yeah, and that has been a massive void that Eastern Michigan has really needed to fill. And in some ways they have, with the play of, like you mentioned, Elena Caballo, but also with the point guard, the graduate student Mackenzie Amalia. She has 9 points, and 6 of those points came from beyond the arc. Another great shooter for them was Olivia Smith. Both of her shots were from 3. As a whole, Eastern Michigan, they were 7 of 15 from downtown. How can they continue to keep getting those great looks?
I think you continue to look down low, obviously. And if that's not there, they have done a phenomenal job with the skip passes. The skip passes, when there is someone helping, there is always going to be someone wide open on the opposite side of the court. And so when you can make that skip pass efficiently, like they have been able to do in the first half, you're going to see teams succeed. And so I believe that if you continue to look down and at least sell the pump fake pass, you're going to have players open on the opposite court. Now, I don't think they're going to continue to shoot at a 46.7% clip, because that's very impressive for a whole team to do that. And so if I'm the Cardinals, I'm okay with that. Continue to close out. Continue to force them to take difficult shots. And if Eastern Michigan continues to make them, hats off to them.
I feel like if they continued that clip, it would be some sort of NCAA record. It would have to be. Another thing that's really stood out to me statistically is this is 2 teams that turnovers have been kind of an issue for them. Ball State, they turned the ball over going into this game 16 times per game. On the other end, for Eastern Michigan, 18 turnovers per game. They have not had one game all season without double-digit turnovers, but now the turnover battle is 5-4 in Ball State's advantage. Both teams playing safe basketball. How do they continue that, and do you expect them to continue that in half number 2?
I expect them to continue that. I don't know if they continue it at the same efficiency as they did in the first, but I expect them to continue it.
And right now for the Cardinals, Allie Becky has been a force on both ends of the court defensively with 2 steals, both of them on the inbound, and 9 points as a whole. We haven't really seen her get too much involved as a playmaker. We've really seen Lachelle Austin take over a lot of the point guard duties on the floor. Why do you see that being the trend, especially tonight?
I think both of those players have just been taking what the defense gives them, and that's winning basketball, and that's a great culture and problem to have. If you're Allie Becky, you're shooting very efficiently, 4 for 6 from the field, 1 for 2 from downtown. All the shots she's taken have been good. Also, she had another deep 3 that got taken away from an illegal screen, so that would have been up to 12 because she did end up hitting it. And so I think she's done a great job. 9 points at the half isn't anything that is mind-blowing, but it's also something, that's fine. If you have 9 points in the second half, that turns out to be a solid game right there for Allie Becky and continues with those numbers. And then the ball movement from LA, Lachelle Austin, has been really good. I talked about her not necessarily finishing. She hasn't shot very well, 1 for 5, but she's also been a heads-up player in transition, making the correct passes, which is really tough to do.
And what we've seen so far with this Ball State team is a lack of three-point attempts as well, and they still have this 14-point lead. That's kind of a recipe for success when you're shooting beyond the arc at a high clip, but only 6 attempts. They've drained 2 of them. That was Grace Kingery and Allie Becky. Do you expect them to go further out with their shots? But most of that's attributed to inside Marie Kiefer and Alex Richard.
Yeah, I expect them to hit more than that. Now, I do think that comes with, once again, just taking what the defense gives them. I think they've done a very good job at that. Like you talked about, traditionally, Ball State's going to hit way more than 2 threes a half, like way more. But when you don't, you have the opportunity to dish it down low, and they've just been really smart with that. They've also looked to go down low a lot more this game than I've seen in the past. And so establishing that, and especially for future opponents of the Cardinals, you're watching film on some previous games, and you're like, man, they can shoot the lights out. Like, they have shooters everywhere. But then you check this game, you're like, oh my gosh, they have bigs that can finish inside as well, and they have bigs that will seal off for the guards. This is a very tough team to guard. So I think Eastern Michigan's done a good job at taking away the 3, but Ball State's taken what the defense has given them.
We've talked about keys to the game in the pregame. What are your keys to the game for both teams going into the second half?
If you're Eastern Michigan, I said I don't have the result for you, but that's why I'm not the head coach, so you have to get Alego involved. Somehow, some way, you have to figure it out. And if not that, you're definitely not going to come out and win in the second half, but it's going to get ugly, I believe. If you're Ball State, it's been what I've been saying all halftime, just continue to take what the defense gives them. I think that's the way that you got to look at it. It's nothing specific, it's nothing crazy, but if you do that, you're going to win the basketball game.
And finally, before we go to break, I've always wanted to ask you this question, LJ. We see a lot of great nicknames with this Ball State team. We got Becky Buckets. We got LA for Lachelle Austin. For you being a practice player, surely there has to be a great nickname for you. Is there anything the girls call you? And if so, what is it?
No, it's just LJ.
Oh, come on.
I know. There's no nickname. Thankfully, since I'm just a freshman and we're in our second semester here, maybe as time goes on, a nickname will be given out. But yeah, no nickname for me. Ever since Caitlin Clark came and did the interview, she talked about a little trash talk that she would have and the team would have with their practice players. So that's ramped up a little bit, which is fun and brings a game-like feel. And practice is extremely competitive. The girls work really hard each and every day. I'm super grateful to be a part of that, obviously, and they're great. The coaches, the coaching staff, phenomenal. I love Coach Sally and his staff. And we were talking today, he was a practice squad player back when he was in college. He talked about it being a little different. He went to a much smaller college. He played baseball at that said college, and him and some of his baseball teammates wanted to play some basketball, so they found out they could be on the practice squad, and so that's what he did. He said it was obviously a lot different and not as much of a commitment as it is here, but he enjoyed talking to me about that today, and I enjoyed that in his time. Just randomly found him outside of his office and chatted it up. So grateful for him, his staff, and that opportunity to be a part of that and this winning culture that is here at Ball State.
Yeah, and that's a part of that winning culture. is when everybody is all in, and that includes you. It includes everybody, includes the equipment people, the trainers, and that is what creates that winning culture for Ball State. And that'll take us into the second half. We'll be right back with second half action from Worthen Arena. Ball State leads 48-34 over Eastern Michigan. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. The Ball State Cardinals will tip off the second half with a 48-34 lead over Eastern Michigan. Big implications for both of these teams. Ball State going into this matchup 10-4, looking to continue what has so far been a great year in conference play, 2-0. They are currently first in the MAC, taking on the last place team in Eastern Michigan, 1-11. They're on a 6-game losing streak. Eastern Michigan, if they lose today, it'll be their longest losing streak since last year, where they had 2 different 6-game losing streaks. Ball State, they get it at the beginning of the second half. They move right to left this time around. Allie Becky works around a screen straight away, swings it across to Richard on the high block. Left wing 3 from Stuck, down the hatch. A tray for Elise Stuck makes it 51-34 early in the second half in Ball State's favor.
A nice shot and good offensive movement from the Cardinals. Eyes up and a beautiful pass from the big girl, Alex Richard.
And the Cardinals bringing that great ball movement that we saw in the first half and Stuck with the takeaway. Back-to-back great plays by Elise Stuck on both ends of the floor. Top of the key, she has it. She goes back to her left wing to Marie Kiefer. Lachelle Austin, straightaway 3, drills it. Cardinals back-to-back 3-pointers to make it a 20-point lead to start the second half. Wow.
There she goes. She was due for one. We were ready in the first half, didn't deliver, but in the second, it does right away, and a hot start.
Aleko at the top of the key. Only 2 points to her name for Eastern Michigan, but instead Mackenzie Amalia straight away has it, draws a double team up. Caballo thought about a left wing 3, one-on-one, lobbed up inside for Aleko, goes too long, out of bounds on the baseline. Ball State gets possession, I should say, with a 20-point lead, a 6-0 lead to open up this second half, and Olivia Smith checks into the game for Eastern Michigan.
As they look down low, every single possession, whether someone's there or not, whether 2 people are on her or not, that one just sails a bit too high. They're trying to get her involved, just unable to.
Lachelle Austin was open in the corner, but the pass got tipped. Cardinals still have possession. Alex Richard, fadeaway shot off the glass on the right side on the low block. 56-34, Cardinals, 8-0 run to open up the first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
This is one of the best games of Alex Richards' career. She is playing very well on offense and guarding arguably the best player in the MAC at her position very, very well, limiting her to only 2 points.
Yeah, and she just got the takeaway there as the pass was intended inside for Aleko. Becky, step back shot behind the free throw line, misses Kiefer there to pick up the mess for Ball State. It's Elise stuck down low, bodies a defender, off glass and good. Cardinals a 10-0 run to open up the third quarter. Just 2.5 minutes gone. Ball State leads 58-34 over Eastern Michigan. What has been the recipe for success for these Cardinals?
Knocking down shots. It's been beautiful offense and then still working hard on defense. The recipe success continues to be take what the defense gives you. They have hit their open threes and gotten it down low. And why not Alex Richards? A tough, off-balance shot. That's something that she is not encouraged to do by the coaching staff, is take off-balance shots, because those are way less of a high percentage shot than a on-balance shot down low in the post. It doesn't matter tonight. She has the hot hand, and it'll continue as she's up to 17 points on the night.
And not to mention, with Alex Richard, also 6 rebounds. She's out-rebounding CC Aleko, which if you would have told me that, I'm sure I would have told you that going into this game. I don't think either of us would have believed each other. But CC Aleko in this game limited to 3 points, 1 for 5 shooting, 3 rebounds. As a whole, Eastern Michigan, with this big deficit down by 24, the big difference has been rebounding. Cardinals rebounding Eastern Michigan by 10, 22-12. And also, so far in this second half, creating turnovers. Ball State 3 turnovers to open up the third quarter. Would you say that's the recipe for success?
I would. I completely agree with you, Roen. I think that's a great take, and I think that's just, I mean, watching that game, that's what you got to see as the air guitar cam is on. Roen decided he's going to stand up and start playing the air guitar. You know,
come on, get me.
I learned that there is an air guitar national championship.
Really?
That's a real thing. Pat McAfee was talking about it the other day. It was on ESPN apparently, and yeah, it is a thing. I saw some clips, and man, if they were here, they would be blowing Muncie's mind, because it takes some real deal skill to play the air guitar. And to my left, Roen, you're playing it pretty well. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why you're not on the camera.
I'm playing a nice solo, but I can't compete with these guys. They're playing with their leg. I saw my good buddy Scott Kroner down there in the student section. They were playing with his leg. I can't compete with that. Come on.
Yeah, it is tough to compete with, especially when you have other people holding you up and you're the literal guitar. But
I think it's your fault. I think you should have done. You should have done something like that. You should have done something about that.
Next time.
Next time for sure. There's always room for next time. 58-34, Ball State leads. 7:43 in the third quarter. The Cardinals an unreal run there on 10-0 to open the second half, which led to a full timeout for head coach Sahar Nusebe for Eastern Michigan. Again, the first-year head coach, the last 3 years at Canisius. Last year, Canisius had one of their best seasons under Coach Nusebe, winning 17 games, their most wins since 2009. And I think a big reason why she was hired was because of that experience in the MAC as being an assistant at Bowling Green and Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Roen, and that she's going to bring that into the MAC here at Eastern Michigan. Obviously, it's going to take some time. They've not been necessarily a high-end program in the MAC the last several years, and so it's not like it's just going to change right away. That's something in sports that I think needs to be reminded, that people need to be reminded of constantly, is change. It'll take some time to build something special, and I believe that's what she's attempting to do here at Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, just ask Brady Sali what he's built here at Ball State in the last 12 years, hired in May of 2012. The rest is history. Eastern Michigan on the right side of the court, a 3 in the corner from Amalia. The far corner goes off the mark, but Westphal is able to collect on the long rebound, just able to out-angle Allie Becky enough. Shot clock is at 10. Amalia for Eastern Michigan drew a double team, goes across court to Westphal. Her off-balance three-pointer is short, and the Cardinals get the long rebound. It'll be Lachelle Austin to take it the other way for Ball State. The former Eagle steps back out on the far side perimeter, swings it out to Marie Kiefer, one of 2 Cardinals in double figures today. Whistle blown, contact made. It'll be an illegal screen on the Cardinals. Eastern Michigan gets possession.
Yeah, that's a tough break right there, as Marie Kiefer has to sub out after that. That was, I don't know. That's just a tough one there for the Cardinals, and that's just going to happen. You know, obviously you can't control everything, and setting an illegal screen is a tough call, and props to the ref. He probably saw something that we didn't.
He definitely did. I will give him credit for that. High block for the first time today. Double team drawn, and she misses the long shot. Who is she, you may ask? I'm talking about Kendall Lewis, the senior, making her first appearance tonight for Eastern Michigan. Her and Jada Williams make up the front court, and a foul is called down low as it looks like it'll be against Jada Williams on Elise Stuck. Kendall Lewis, who just checked in, I have to bring this up. The history she has with Eastern Michigan even before her time here. She played 21 games last year, but her sister Courtney Lewis, if you're an EMU fan, you probably know that name. She had 1,000 career points at Eastern Michigan. She graduated in 2021. Inbound pass to Alex Richard, up and over. Easy money for Richard. That's what it's been all day. 19 points, 60-34 Cardinal lead in the third quarter. Olivia Smith, who has checked into the game for Eastern Michigan, takes up. They move left to right. Again, the Eagles in their black uniforms, the Cardinals in their white. Inside one-on-one, Williams with Richard off the mark, back iron, had an open look but unable to connect. Michelle Austin cross court, her left wing three is money. LA is money. Cardinals lead 63-34, 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's just a nice shot right there. You cannot leave her wide open, especially in the second half when she's shooting the ball with confidence. That's a mistake, and if anyone should know that, I feel like Eastern Michigan should.
Elise Stuck gets the turnover on the pass off the mark on the back line, but it'll go back to Eastern Michigan on a foul. So now it's up to 9 turnovers for Eastern Michigan, 4 just at the halfway mark in this third quarter. That sloppy play is a big part to why Ball State, they have a 19-point lead right now. Amalia on the inbound for the Eagles. They lob up inside on the high block on the right side to Kendall Lewis. Goes back out to Amalia, tries to create a screen, but Becky shrugs past it. Amalia in the corner creates a double team. Lewis, right wing three, goes too long. Lachelle Lawson on the fast break the other way. Back cut, Kingery draws the foul. The shot is just short. It'll go against Olivia Westfall, her third foul on the contest. So Grace Kingery will shoot 2 free throws, 75%. She leads the team.
Yeah, that was a nice pass right there. Had a little bit of rotation on it, so unable to completely grab it and finish. But nevertheless, earned with a trip to the line.
Free throw number 1 is off the back iron. Grace Kingery, what she did before Ball State is just insane. She currently sits as the all-time leading scorer for not only the girls, but the boys basketball programs at North Ridgeville High School with over 1,300 points. You can't beat that, can you?
Yeah, that's very impressive. I was looking at her stats the other day. She had 40, I'm pretty sure it was 42 or 45 points as a senior in high school.
Becky fast break off the steal, gets it under the basket from Austin, just misses. MJ Johnson picks up the mess, and the Cardinals get it off of the putback. 66-34, they lead under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball State creating opportunities, creating turnovers. Eastern Michigan up to 6 turnovers in half number 2 thus far. Eastern Michigan resets with Amalia straight away on the right wing. She swings out to Olivia Smith. The perimeter guard play for Eastern Michigan has been crucial today, but still they are in a hole, out of bounds on the near side. Smith's pass intended in the corner on the near side for Amalia, but it's a little bit too left. In the timeout call, the media timeout, Cardinals lead 66-34 over Eastern Michigan. 4:24 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back from Worthen Arena. The Ball State Cardinals lead 66-34 here in the third period. 4:24 left in this quarter. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by LJ Shrieve. Right now, Eastern Michigan, if this continues, it'll be their 7th straight loss to Ball State. And going back to Eastern Michigan's last win against Ball State, you have to go all the way back to December 2nd, 2020. As a matter of fact, the last time that these two teams have gone within 10 points of each other was January 23rd, 2021. The Cardinals lead the all-time series 46-44. Right now, it's really been dominated in the last 5 years by the Cardinals, and by the looks of it at this pace, that will continue.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make a bold prediction here and say it will continue, Roen.
Very bold.
Yeah, they've just looked good. You know, the crowd on this Wednesday night had the wave going. You love to see that here in Worthen Arena. The crowd's got it going. The Cardinals have it going. I see no reason why they lose this one.
Cardinals moving right to left. We had the wave going during the timeout break. I think I killed it. It's probably my fault. Elise stuck underneath the basket, draws the foul on Aleko. So Elise stuck. Looks like she will get 2 free throw attempts if they're going to say it's a shooting foul. No, they say the foul occurred before the shot. It's on the floor. Austin to inbound for Ball State on the left side of the basket. Lobs up inside, middle of the paint to MJ Johnson. She bodies past Aleko and gets 2 points off the glass. 24-point Cardinal advantage.
That's a tough finish down low on a very good defender. Johnson getting it done.
Olivia Smith strikes right back for Eastern Michigan with a left wing tray. 68-37 our score, under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Cardinals have the advantage in the scoring column. Sydney Bolden skips it to MJ Johnson on the left hash. Austin gets a pump fake, loses control. Olivia Smith has it on a fast break for the Eagles. Thought about looking inside, but she instead resets. Eastern Michigan playing it slow. Cici Aleko straight away. Guarded by Stuck. Olivia Smith thought about lobbing inside, but she has to go to the trap to Aleko on the far side. Deep three from Cabello is off back iron, and after scoring the first 9 points of the game, she's yet to score after that.
Yeah, it was a hot start, and now it's really, really cooled down. The wheels have fallen off the bus, and it's not like she hasn't been making an impact. It's just not on the scoring side.
And I think that goes into Brady Sali and this Cardinals team, into their ability to adapt. Off of the inbound, Elise Stuck, his shot goes off of the back iron, and Eastern Michigan continues possession. Mackenzie Amalia guarded by Lachelle Austin. Austin was with Eastern Michigan last year. She did not play with Amalia as she was at Canisius with head coach Sahar Nusebe and 3 other of her Eagle teammates. Amalia was in a trap on the right wing, but she gets out of it to Westfall. Westfall trips and falls, draws the foul on Elise Stuck. So Ball State with a 68-37 lead, 2:41 left in the third quarter. Allie Becky checks in for Lachelle Austin, and Marie Kiefer looks like she will check in for Elise Stuck. Allie Becky yet to score in this third quarter, 4 for 7. How about, I think it's time we get a bit of the Becky Buckets show going.
Well, we've talked about her scoring less than 10 points and in single digits. I definitely expect her to break into that, but I don't know when it's going to be.
Sydney Bolden on a fast break, tried to go coast for coast. She got hacked hard, no foul. Nonetheless, a great takeaway opportunity for Eastern Michigan, and Alana Cabello stripped it away. And a foul is called on the floor. It'll stay right here with Ball State. Elise Stuck checks in, and now they're going to say it's Eastern Michigan's ball. So
interesting.
The Eagles moving left to right now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. They're down 68-37. Cardinals bring a soft press. Amalia at midcourt. She's met by Allie Becky. Again, the Cardinals are 0-2 on the season when Becky scores under 10 points. And a foul called on the perimeter. Looks like it'll be against Allie Becky. Becky only her second foul, and that puts Eastern Michigan in the bonus. So Mackenzie Amalia will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, that one was just straight out of wanting to stay in this game, wanting to keep the intensity up there from Allie Becky. That one was not needed by any means. There was no need to be guarding her with that type of energy, but that's just how Allie Becky plays. Whether they're down by 40, up by 40, or it's a tie game, that's Allie Becky basketball for you right there.
Look, LJ, if I were you, I'd hate to guard her, and I'd hate for her to guard you.
Yeah.
Sydney Bolden on that right wing works for Ball State. She has on the far corner her three-point attempt, drills it. Drano for Sydney Bolden, her first points of the game. And after the fact, there's a foul on the floor. MJ Johnson hit the deck hard. The question is, will it stay here with the Cardinals? They're saying basket counts and then a push. So Ball State does get possession.
Yeah, I think that's the right call right there.
Cardinals in the bonus. It'll be MJ Johnson at the free throw line. Earlier in the game, she did complete a three-point play. And that'll take us into a break as both teams meet at the sideline. Looks like the officials are looking to potentially look over something. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter, Ball State leads 71-39 over Eastern Michigan. We'll be right back after a quick word. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com.
We are back at Worden Arena in the third quarter. The Ball State Cardinals lead 71-39 over Eastern Michigan. We had a quick break. The officials were disputing about a foul on the floor against MJ Johnson. And Allie Becky will shoot 2 free throws. It looks like these are technical free throws. Everybody back at half court.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm curious if it's a flagrant.
Yeah, I think it's a that's exactly what it is. It is
it
a flagrant.
1?
They're saying it's a 2.
Wow. I guess I didn't see the entire play. I saw the end of it, but saw MJ go flying, but I didn't necessarily see the thing that built up to it.
Yep, so it is a flagrant foul. Cardinals get 2 free throws, which Becky drills both to get up to 11 points, and they get possession moving right to left. Becky carves her way to the cup, swings out left side. Bolden inside to Johnson, off glass, back iron, just a little bit too strong. Cabello with the board for Eastern Michigan. The Eagles move fast the other way, under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter in a deep hole down by 25. And a foul called on the perimeter. Looked like Mackenzie Amalia was trying to cut her way inside, but they call it on the perimeter on Sydney Bolden. Foul on the floor. Eastern Michigan in the bonus. Mackenzie Amalia shoots 2 more free throws.
You know, looking at the scoreboard, and I see the Cardinals likely going to come out here with a win. Something that I'm thinking, Papa John's has 50% off any regular menu price pizza the day after the Cardinals win. So Cardinals win, you win. It's not necessarily a promo for Papa John's from us.
Yeah, not our sponsor.
Not our sponsor. You know, Victory Honda of Muncie, though, they do a great job. If you've driven by their dealership, it looks amazing. I mean, any car in that lot, fantastic. That's where my next car I would love to get a car from Victory Honda of Muncie. They do a great job. Their service is phenomenal, and we are very proud to call them one of our sponsors.
Yeah, I'm getting very close to that point, and that's definitely where I'll be going for my next vehicle. Alex Richard down low after the 2 made free throws on the other end. She draws a foul on the load block, and that's going to go against Cece Aleko. So now Alex Richard, what a game she's having. 19 points on the day, 9 rebounds. Alex Richard in their 3rd game back from injury, making her presence known, looking to get up to 20 points potentially with these 2 free throws. Richard connects on free throw number 1. Alex Richard, she has the hometown connection. She was a 4-year starter at Avon High School in one of the toughest conferences in the state of Indiana, the HCC. The second free throw is off the mark. Elise Stuck picks up the mess and gets it off the glass for another 2 points. Cardinals lead 76-41 over Eastern Michigan. 1 minute and some change left in the third quarter. Olivia Smith stumbles at the halfway point, but she's able to get out of the jam into Mackenzie Amalia as the Eagles reset shot clock at 15, play clock at about 55 seconds. Inside, Aleko underneath the basket finally gets her first field goal of the second half.
And that was all set up from the pass. That was barely out of the reach of Richard, and a tough finish, of course, but the pass was the reason that one drops in. Phenomenal offense there from the Eagles.
Low block, Richard off of one hand, the fade, or one leg, I should say, the fadeaway. It's short. Eastern Michigan moves the other way. Ball State with a commanding 33-point lead over their rival Eastern Michigan. In this third quarter, we're about to wind it down. 10 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Olivia Smith tries to cut inside. Cabello, top of the key. Westfall, her three-pointer on the right wing goes too long. Cabello with the long rebound off of one leg. Gets it off the glass at the buzzer. What a shot by Alana Cabello to get up to 11 points going into the fourth quarter. The Ball State Cardinals looking to close this out, looking to get their 5th straight win of the season, move to 11-4, and they're about 10 minutes away from doing so. We'll be right back for fourth quarter action. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
Fourth quarter action at Worthen Arena. Ball State leads 76-45 over Eastern Michigan. And by the end, these 10 minutes are over. Ball State will advance to 11-4. Eastern Michigan will fall to 1-12. So for one team, this is a great proving ground win, and for another team, it's yet again despair.
Yeah, this is kind of what we expected coming into this one, Roen. It's not like a shocker or brain-boggling. It's something that we expected, and especially the Cardinals, we've talked about it tonight. They started 10-0 last year. They're likely going to start 3-0, and that's exactly where you want to be in conference play. In a conference that the Cardinals were picked to win preseason, they come into it in MAC play, one of the favorites, and you know, they have their eyes set on NCAA tournament, not conference tournament. Obviously, that's something they focus on and are gonna. That's one of their goals. But they want to make it to the dance. They want to go dancing this year, especially with a lot of players on this team being last year seniors. They brought in some last year senior transfers. They have a lot of talent on this team. They have depth. Two of their best players aren't even playing tonight, and they are playing this well. This team is deep, and they are built to go far in March. And so, in order to do that, you have to bring it every single night in December, in November, in January, February, and then obviously in March, and that's what they're doing here tonight.
Yeah, Ball State looking for their first MAC title win since 2009. Eastern Michigan, they have two in their time. Sydney Bolden to start off this fourth quarter. Her corner three on the near side is short. Elise Stuck got the rebound and drew up the foul. And for Ball State right now, you have this big lead. You're up 76-45, but still, obviously only the beginning of the fourth quarter. Allie Becky and a lot of key players like Elise Stuck and Alex Richards still out there. Speaking of Becky, her corner three is money. Allie Becky with the first, they're going to call it a two actually, the first 2 points of the fourth quarter, just inside the line.
Worst shot in basketball.
Oh, I know, that is rough. And you see that a lot more often in the NBA and the WNBA, where those high percentage shots just inside the arc, these players now, they're just moving back 2 feet and hitting the three, and that is why you see those three-point numbers ticking up.
Absolutely. It's a shot that is needed to be high percentage if you want to succeed in basketball these days, and I love it for the sport.
Indeed I do. Kendall Lewis swings it on the right side to Cabello, cuts across, long pass, goes all the way to the backcourt and out of bounds on the far side. Ball State gets possession. And Eastern Michigan, they had 5 first-half turnovers, now up to 14. Cardinals have 8 on the day, and Eastern Michigan continues a trend that is not good at all. They continue a trend of having double-digit turnovers in each and every single game this year. Even in their lone win against Xavier, a Big East opponent, they won that game by 12. Allie Becky on the high post to Marie Kiefer. They work inside the Stuck, and before Stuck can even get a shot up in the restricted area, she is fouled.
Yeah, a nice cut there. That's something that Ball State all season long, but specifically tonight, have done a very good job at keeping their eyes up and making the correct pass. They find a lot of cutters, and that's how good basketball teams win. They find open teammates that are moving off the ball.
Grace Kingery receives off the inbound on the right wing. Again, Cardinals moving right to left. Allie Becky on the high post gets bumped by Kendall Lewis and draws the foul. Allie Becky so far on the day, 13 points, 5 for 8 shooting, 3 steals. That's been the true difference maker. And there have been plenty of those, and that's what leads to this 33-point Ball State lead right now in the fourth quarter. Inbound pass is Stuck underneath the basket, just swirls out.
Yeah, that's a good look right there. A smart pass and a smart cut there from Stuck, as that was not the original out-of-bounds play, but she knew that Allie Becky was looking her way. Good shot, just didn't end up with the bucket.
Kendall Lewis's far corner 3 rims out and collected by Jada Williams, the former Peacock, to bank it in. 78-47, Eastern Michigan still in a deep hole with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in this one. Allie Becky, mid-range shot on the right side, all cash. 15 points for Becky Buckets.
She came into the third quarter with what, 9 points, correct?
Yeah, 9 points.
And yeah, we were wondering, I assume she gets over the mark, but we weren't sure. She's definitely cleared it.
Kendall Lewis gets off the turnover from Becky off the foot underneath the basket to Jada Williams, who now has 4 straight points. In her first year as an Eagle with St. Peter's last year, Cardinals lead 80-49, a 31-point advantage. Just under 8 minutes to play in this contest. Foul call down low, looks like it'll go against Jada Williams, bumping Alex Richard. And that's the crazy thing, a 31-point lead, and Ball State has all 5 players on the court being very key rotational pieces, not letting their foot off the gas at all.
Yeah, they are. That's something that they do every single game. They just bring it. When that clock says that they're going to be playing 40 minutes, they are playing a full 40 minutes. Elise Stuck diving for the rebound, jumping up in the air to go after it, even though they're up 80-49. That's the type of not only chemistry, but the type of culture that you want with a basketball program.
And you'd expect maybe a more laxed approach in the fourth quarter for Ball State, but not at all. Elise Stuck coming out of nowhere, full steam ahead towards the basket, and she gets 2 more free throws. What a day she's had. 13 points on the day. Makes it 14 with the first free throw made. And looking to check back in at the scorer's table for Ball State, it's Lachelle Austin, trying to get more opportunities against her former team. I don't think it's really a thing for revenge for her, but at the same time, she kind of wants to maybe show her former teammates what she can do for this Cardinals team.
Absolutely. She's a big reason why this Cardinal team has so much potential. The role that she plays is very important, especially to counter Allie Becky, because LA can knock it down from 3. That's not even a question. And then she can also space the floor and move it.
Kingery from long range off the turnover. Her second 3-pointer. Ball State now with a huge advantage, 36 points. Everybody going crazy off the bench. MJ Johnson looking like the bench queen out there, rallying the troops. Eastern Michigan strikes back with a three-point play. We saw Mackenzie Amalia underneath the basket drawing the and one. So now we're sitting at 85-51. Cardinals lead 7:24 to play. Amalia looks to complete the three-point play, and she could get up to 16 points here.
You know, that was a phenomenal finish right there, and she's having a fantastic game. She is playing very smart and very well.
And that is no good. We saw she made the second free throw, but then head coach Sahar Nusebe, it looks like she got a technical foul.
Yes.
So now the Cardinals, they will shoot technical free throws, and that will be Grace Kingery at the line. Nusebe, I get it. I get the position you're in, but that official had enough.
And it's very interesting because I've been also watching her all night long to see how she reacts to calls, what she does with players who aren't executing, and all that kind of stuff. Throughout the game, it's looked like she's been very calm, very collected. She doesn't really move a whole lot, but there she just let it all loose. She had had enough and let the official hear it, and the official gave it right back to her.
Yeah, Grace Kingery misses both technical free throws. Cardinals do get possession, though. That's shocking for a 75% free throw shooter. And I see you've been watching both head coaches and their body language all day. You were laughing at Coach Salih earlier. Foul on the floor. It'll stay right here with the Cardinals. So now Ball State, they have this huge 33-point advantage. Elise Stuck gets another 2 free throws at the charity stripe. But you could tell for Eastern Michigan with coaching and the players that this is getting completely out of hand, and they just want to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily going to be the one to, man, Ball State missing another free throw.
Yeah, off the back iron.
That's very rare. This team shoots a lot of free throws, and they shoot these free throws after they're conditioned, so they will run like they've been doing this whole night, and then shoot them, and they have to knock them down or else they're going to run more, and they run until they knock them down, and they have gone 0 for 4 in their last 4. Very, very rare, something you do not see a lot. Extremely uncharacteristic.
Pass intended inside for Oleko, but Kiefer got a finger on it. It stays with Eastern Michigan on the right side of the court. They inbound off of the baseline. Shot clock at 12. Under 7 minutes to play in this contest. Cardinals lead 85-52. And even though this is a huge win for Ball State, Coach Salih, knowing him, he's going to be like, why didn't you hit your free throws?
Oh, absolutely. I guarantee you tomorrow at practice, 3:30, they will be shooting free throws. And it's something that you have to do, and that's what great teams do. Their coach holds them to an elite level standard. And
when you say 3:30, I hope you mean PM, not AM. Yeah. Richards' shot goes long on the low block. I was going to say, and a travel called by Marie Kiefer. She was on the floor moving around with the ball in hand. So now Eastern Michigan inbounds. Cardinals still bringing a press despite being up 33 points with under 7 minutes to play.
Although that would be very annoying mentally and physically for the Eagles, this will make you better. This is how you become better. You play up to the challenge. You play up to the #1 team in your conference, and they test you all 40 minutes, and that's what Ball State's going to do to every opponent they play, and that's going to make each opponent better.
Alana Cabello cut across from left to right, underhand, draws the foul, so she gets 2 free throws. Cabello at this point, 11 points, 9 of them coming in the first 5 minutes of this contest. She had the first 9 points for Eastern Michigan, and she's been very cold ever since. And look at this for Ball State. Allie Becky back into the game. She's not done yet. And out goes Marie Kiefer, and a standing ovation, well-deserved for Kiefer. 10 points, 9 rebounds on the day, and she did foul out with 5 personal fouls.
Yeah, she played phenomenal basketball and was just so selfish throughout this entire game, and is a big reason why the Cardinals were so dominant.
Cabello misses the second free throw. Aleko tipped it out of bounds, and Ball State gets possession, moving right to left. A 32-point lead. I'm underestimating them, a 32-point lead.
That's some good math right there, Roen.
Yeah, my elementary level math skills are coming into play now. Becky with it, top of the key, swings out, Elise stuck on the left side. Now Lachelle Austin with it. A deep three from Kingery on the left wing goes off the back iron. Inhaling the miss is Aleko for Eastern Michigan. Mackenzie Amalia, they reset on the right side with Olivia Smith. Eastern Michigan with two great ball handlers on the floor. Aleko underneath the basket gets it off the tough take for another 2 points. That cuts Ball State's lead down to 30. Woo. Real game changer. Allie Becky inside the arc. Grace Kingery, deep three on the left side, gets her third of the day. Down the chimney for Grace Kingery. Cardinals lead by 33 now.
You know, she needed that to up the percentage after missing that last one. Both of them just fluent threes. That's how Grace plays basketball. She moves off the ball very well and is ready to catch and shoot.
Cabello on the right side swings out to the left side perimeter for Amalia, and she is fouled. The question is, will the foul be on the floor or on the shot on Amalia?
I believe it was off the ball on someone down low. So
yeah, they call for the push right there.
Yeah.
So it won't be 3 free throws for Eastern Michigan, luckily for the Cardinals, with 5:12 left to play. Amalia on the left side. She does have a lot of family ties in the college basketball world. Her sister Madison played at St. Thomas Aquinas. Olivia Westphal with her left hand on the high block, left side, guarded by Kingery, spins past her off glass and good. 88-57, 5 minutes left to play in this one. Cardinals lead. Allie Becky to hand off on the right side. And we got the Allie Becky chant starting here in Warden. Underneath the basket, Elise stuck off of the feed from Alex Richard. 90-57 our score.
Something that the Eagles have done very well today, though, although they're, they have a tough opponent and in a tough environment, but something they've done so well is the cross court, the extra passes, the skip passes, something that they did a really good job at today. And with that, that's how they've been getting those open looks like what we just saw right there.
Olivia Westphal with the three. Cardinals move the other way with Richard. She gets fouled by Olivia Smith on the shot on the low block right side. And look at this for Ball State. Tessa Towers, the Wisconsin transfer, looks to check in, but not before we head to a media timeout. This will be our final break. It's the Cardinals with 4:14 left in this contest, hold a 30-point lead over Eastern Michigan as they're about to win their 5th straight game. We'll be right back, folks. You are listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Welcome back from Worthen Arena. Ball State with a 90-60 lead over Eastern Michigan. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by my partner LJ Shrieve. Fun day if you're a Cardinals fan. Not so much if you're an Eastern Michigan fan. For Ball State, 3 players in double digits. Actually make that 4. Allie Becky, Marie Kiefer, Elise Stuck, and Alex Richard. And notice I went with 3 of the taller players on this team. Cardinals went with a tall lineup tonight, and it paid dividends.
Yeah, it absolutely did. That's something that they can do. You know, when you have a roster constructed like they do, you have the ability to go big and still dominate, and that's what they did today.
So now Ball State looking to close out what would be their 11th win of the season. And just to kind of compare the recent history for both teams, Ball State, they are looking for their 7th straight year with a winning record. That is phenomenal for head coach Brady Solly. Alex Richard opens up this final stretch of the 4th quarter with 2 free throws as Tessa Towers, the Wisconsin transfer, looks to check into this contest. Richard nails the first. For Eastern Michigan, on the other hand, though, their last season above 500, you have to go all the way back to 2019-2020. Richard misses the second.
Now, Roen, I'm going to interrupt you right there. Do you think she missed that on purpose to stay in the game a little longer?
I don't know. Maybe. That's something you would have to ask her. You probably know her better than me. Eastern Michigan still with the majority of their starting players on the floor. Actually, 4 of the 5, and a deep 3 attempt on the left wing is no good for Cece Aleko, only her second 3-point attempt today. So Ball State a 31-point advantage, and we see on the bench at the scorer's table Tessa Towers and Haley Smith. And a kickball violation goes against Eastern Michigan, and in comes Haley Smith and Tessa Towers. Had to double check my notes to make sure it was not the wrong Smith sister. And a standing ovation, well deserved for Elise Stuck and Alex Richard. And what a great performance for both of them. Richard, 21 points, 10 rebounds. Stuck, 17 points. What a day for both of them.
A phenomenal day for both of them, and just super smart basketball right there from those two throughout this game. They had a tough matchup. They knew it coming into it, and they rose to the challenge and played extremely hard for the time that they were in.
Right wing 3, Tessa Towers contests over Aleko, and it's off the front of the rim. Cardinals move the other way. Sydney Bolden with it, trips and falls, and looks like they call the foul on Olivia Westfall. So now Ball State, in these final 3 minutes, we see a lot of players like Haley Smith and Tessa Towers that we didn't see earlier in this game, and for that matter, not a lot on the season in general. What do you expect to see from them in a 31-point lead?
Well, I expect them to look down low to get Tess involved. It won't. I want to see how well her footwork's improved for in-game scenario. It's improved drastically in practice, and you know, I want to see that translate. Her confidence is just building and building and building. And so I'm excited to see what she does in these 3 minutes, or I guess what she doesn't do as well. You know, you got to be careful with the ball. Don't turn it over. Do not foul. You know, those kind of things. And then for one of the twins, she brings energy and passion every time she steps on the court. And so I expect to see that. Even though they are up by 33, I guarantee you she's going to be fighting for every loose ball if there's one. She's going to be smart with the ball. She's going to move it. And if she gets an open shot, she's going to take it and hit it.
93-60, Cardinals lead with 3 minutes and a little bit of extra time left. Aleko pump fakes top of the key, open driving lane on the low block, and underhands it off the glass right side. A 31-point Ball State lead now. And for the Cardinals, it's Lachelle Austin who lobs inside for Towers, uses that strength, but she does travel. You mentioned the footwork, and that time it cost her as Eastern Michigan takes advantage. On the inbound, though, for the first time today for the Eagles, we got Olivia DeFranco, a key piece of this Eastern Michigan team's future, a freshman. And now on the high block, it's Aleko, guarded by Towers. Tries to body her, but to no avail, but she's able to get just enough breathing room to tack on another 2 points. CC Aleko gets up to 9 points after being at 2 for the majority of the game.
Yeah, that was an impressive move. It's hard to move Tess. She does a great job on defense, and that was impressive. She was able to get that bucket.
And Grace Kingery works off a screen from Towers to get the mid-range J, the fall. 95-64, Ball State leads with 2 minutes and a little bit of extra time left. Eastern Michigan moves left to right. Olivia DeFranco, the freshman, her three-pointer is short, gets her own rebound, tried to tip it towards Jada Edwards underneath the basket, and underneath the basket to retain all that was Aleko. The question is, will her shot count? And it looks like it will. She is now up to 13 points, and it's an and-one opportunity. She will shoot a third free throw. Grace Kingery moves to the bench. Another substitution for Ball State. We had Haley Smith in the game. How about her twin sister, Olivia?
Might as well bring them both in, you know, and it is tough. Thankfully, they wear different numbers because everything else is matching. They have matching headbands, matching leg sleeves, shoes, all of the above. And they are identical twins for those who haven't seen them. So it is tough to tell the difference. Thankfully, one wears 30, the other wears 31.
That's the only way I would be able to tell. I've seen them both on campus, and I'm like, Olivia, Haley, I don't know. Sydney Bolden, her shot is short. Tessa Towers collects it, but it's well too long. I wonder if, you'll have to ask them sometime, have they ever switched places? I'm sure even their parents would be a little bit confused. Off the front of the rim, Aleko on the miss. Eastern Michigan got the long rebound, out of bounds on the baseline, Sydney Bolden. So Eastern Michigan retains possession despite trailing 95-67. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Timeout called by head coach Sahar Nusebe of the Eagles. What do you think that timeout was for?
No clue, not necessary. You know, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Not necessary. 67-95 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. You know, you got to improve. You got to look at different ways. You got to be a good coach and be disciplined to your players. But, you know, let's be disciplined in the locker room. You know, let's be disciplined at practice, because 115, I don't think there's any reason for a timeout. Not a fan of that one. Gets a thumbs down rating from me.
All right. But now for Ball State, their upcoming schedule this Saturday at 2 p.m. They go on the road to take on the University of Buffalo. They're not going to be back at home until January 18th, a week from Saturday, when they host Akron in a doubleheader, men's and women's, playing that day, 11:30 a.m. The women's team tips off. Jada Edwards' shot under the basket for Eastern Michigan goes off the glass, and not in the good way either. Lachelle Austin works the other way. Step back three, well short. Haley Smith under the basket, gives to her sister Olivia. It's short. Towers collects it. Hook shot off the mark. Haley gets it back, up, over, and good. It'll be an and-one opportunity for Haley Smith.
She is all smiles. They are laughing. She's laughing on the ground. The whole team helped them up. The bench was fired up. I don't know if I've seen them more excited than that all season long. It's a cool moment right there as a hustle statement and a hustle bucket and a chance to make a three-point play here at the line.
Free throw goes off the mark for Haley Smith, but still getting the crowd into it in the later stages of this contest. What has been a blowout, and Mackenzie Amalia attacks on 2 more points on the drive for Eastern Michigan. Ball State with under 40 seconds to play, shot clock still on. Lachelle Austin, far side in the perimeter, feeds inside the Towers. She gets 2 points. Cardinals up to 99. They lead by 30 with under 30 seconds to play. The shot clock is now off. It would be great to see them go for 100, but more than likely this could be the end of the scoring end of things.
99 is a fun number to end on. Obviously, you'd like to 100 would be pretty impressive.
101 just feels a little weird.
Yeah, it's either I like 99. That's gonna look cool on the Instagram post. But speaking of, definitely need to check out the SportsLink socials. They will be keeping you up to date on all of that. And so
they do go the other way, and it is Olivia Smith, another 2 points with 5 seconds left.
They tacked it on.
101 points for Ball State on the day, making their mark and sending a message to the rest of the MAC. And they are going to win this one, 101-69. What a statement win for Ball State. Last shot for Olivia Smith, and my point still stands. The score will remain the same even after that shot from Eastern Michigan. And that'll do it, folks. Ball State, a statement win, 101-69. They move to 11-4. Eastern Michigan falls to 1-12.
Yeah, that's impressive. 101 on the scoreboard, Roen. Wow, that's impressive stuff no matter who you play. I don't care if you were playing a second grade team, scoring 100 points and getting a win, most importantly, is very important. 3-0 in the MAC. And they got a road trip coming up. They will be tested, but there is no reason for them not to come in with all the confidence in the world.
And right now, it's hard to pick just one player, but for Ball State, who is one specific player that really stood out to you, that truly made the difference into how the Cardinals were able to deliver this kind of punishment?
It was Alex Richard. She had a phenomenal night. On the defensive side, she was tested against statistically one of the best players in the country coming into this game, and she limited her big time. When guarded by Richard, she only had 7 points. That is phenomenal. And Richard on the other side with over 20, she finished with 22 points, was doing it on the rebounds. She did a phenomenal job on both sides. Man, an all-around win, but that's who sticks out to me.
I'm sure tomorrow will be a great day of practice for the Cardinals. Still a little bit to work on as they head into their road trip to Buffalo, but nonetheless a big statement win as everyone's chirping here in Worthen on a beautiful Wednesday night. It's hard to sometimes appreciate these midweek January nights, but I'm going to right now. Other than the temperature, I can't deal with this 15-degree stuff.
Yeah, the weather's tough, but it makes it all better when you can come into Worthen Arena on a Wednesday night, on a Tuesday night, on a Thursday night, and even a Saturday morning here in a couple weeks and get some good basketball. Cannot be taken for granted. If you're listening, I encourage you to come at least one time this season and watch the Cardinals, because they are a fun team to watch. They love to spread the ball around. Coming into this game, we were wondering, is it going to be LA who just goes off against your former team? Is it going to be Allie Buckets who gets it done yet again? It was Alex Richard. You never know who's going to perform for this team. They are so fun, so exciting to watch. And to Eastern Michigan's credit, they played a very, very good first half and just did not have the legs in the second half. They were able to move the ball well. They were smart with the ball at times, and when their best player was limited, others stepped up in a way that I did not see coming. So credit to them. They came in and battled.
Indeed, they did battle. And you mentioned how on a cold January night, you can just step into Worthen and kind of feel the energy. I think what all Ball State fans are really looking forward to is potentially in the month of March, potentially traveling on the road, you walk into an arena with your shorts on. That's what I'm talking about. And that'll do it for us here. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by LJ Shrieve. The Ball State Cardinals, a statement win over Eastern Michigan. Thank you all for tuning in, and good night, Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.